Hey friend, how you doing today? It is Thursday afternoon. I've had a really great day. I hope everybody else has too. I wanted to talk about this topic because it just kind of came to my mind. That's usually how this works for me. I always have a lot of thoughts about everything. So I want to talk about this topic, raising kids who care. So I grew up with a disabled sister. She has cerebral palsy. Her name's Brittany. She's incredible. And so it was always very, very important to me as a mom to make sure that my kids knew just that every single person was important and that every single person deserved our respect and our love and our kindness and our attention. And I think that's kind of like let this be like my little PSA and little PSA announcement that, you know, sometimes people are uncomfortable talking to people with disabilities and things like that, but they really, truly just want to be treated just like anybody else. They just want to feel like they matter. They don't want to feel like they're invisible or like nobody sees them. They want you to say hi to them and walk up and, you know, start a conversation. I'm always very intentional about that. So I've always been very intentional about that with my kids. We have some different friends who have kids with different abilities. I feel like autism is a really big one right now, that where maybe like your kids can't understand like, well, but they look like me. And so we've just talked about how just because someone looks like you doesn't mean that, you know, sometimes their brains can work differently, right? So I've talked about all these things with my kids a lot. It's been very, very important to me as they've grown up to make sure that they have compassion and kindness and, you know, see a need and try to just automatically fill it and look outside of themselves. Every day before I drop them off at school, I say, remember your service. And so we talk about looking for an opportunity to serve every day outside of the house. And those are all great things that I've done. Disclaimer, I've done 800 million things wrong too, right? Like I'm a very, very flawed person, just like everybody else, but I'm trying, right? I'm trying to show up and be a good example to them. But what I really want to talk about today is teaching your kids to care about you. Now, what does that mean? Every kid adores their mom, right? Like they idolize us, they love us, they do, but I feel like oftentimes we teach them that everything revolves around them, or, you know, their goals and their dreams and, you know, what matters to them is so important that we're gonna just bend over backwards until we break to make sure that happens and never do or take or need anything ourselves. And that's like kind of like my big message to moms, like over and over and over again. Yesterday we had some extra friends over and it was great, but then I was like having that moment. I feel like I swing wildly back and forth as a mom between like, oh, I'm so excited for summer, it's gonna be so great. And then like sheer terror on the other side, like, oh my gosh, they're gonna be home all day, every day. Like, how am I gonna keep them off screens all day? And what are we gonna do? So I was just kind of teetering. I was teetering because I teeter. Let me know if you teeter. I'm thinking I'm not the only one because a lot of my friends say this too. And I work from home. And so I was also trying to figure out like, okay, how am I going to continue to help and bless all the people out there, that, you know, are overwhelmed and suffering and need the solutions that I have? How am I going to do this and be a good present mom? And I just, you know, the wheels started turning. And, when I was tucking my son into bed last night, I just had a little conversation with him. And I just said, you know, buddy, has mommy cheered you on? Like, has mommy helped you to reach your goals? And he was like, yeah. He's like, you took me to baseball. And he's like, I'm like, do I cheer you on? And he's like, yeah, you're my best cheerleader, mom. It's like, you're always out there rooting me on, and you take me to my games, and you help me to, you know, get better at basketball and football and, you know, all his sports and things. And I said, you know what? Mommy needs you to be my cheerleader now too. Can you help me do that? Because I know that there are people out there that I'm meant to help and I'm meant to bless, but I need your support now, buddy. Like, I need your help. Can you cheer me on too? He was like, oh my gosh, yes, mom, I want to cheer you on. And I just think it's really, really important. I think so often as moms, we just put ourselves on the back burner and we're like, oh yeah, I've been saying that I want to exercise for like 10 years, but I just can't because there's no time. Everybody else is more important. And so my message today is just that everybody else isn't more important. You're important too. Your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, you know, I don't care if it's even just that you need a nap, but you feel guilty because you need a nap. you probably need a nap because somebody's been keeping you up for the last decade because you have the children, So I guess my purpose in this is just we show people, including our children, especially our families, how we're willing to be treated, right? We show people what we'll put up with and what's acceptable. And for me, for a lot of years, it was just, I will be the doormat for everyone. I'll do everything for everybody. I will run myself into the ground until I am almost dead because I'm not a person and I don't matter. And it just is such a lie. It's such a farce. I believe it's a way that the devil tries to deceive and drain and depress moms. And so I just want to kind of, come here today and just say, you matter, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, all those things that God has put on your heart that you're meant to do, you need to do those things. And your family needs to learn to support you and help you and cheer you on, just like you've done that for them. So I hope that can kind of help somebody today, help resonate with them. But I just was so amazed at how quickly I was able to just have that sweet little conversation with my son and him to just say, oh my gosh, Mom, I want to be your cheerleader. I want to support you. I want to help you change the world. It was just so sweet. And then, just a little caveat. And then, find ways to involve your kids in your dreams, right? You want to exercise? Take them outside on a walk. Have them ride their bikes while you run, I have a business that I work from home, and my 11-year-old is obsessed with being my assistant, which basically just means that I ask her to do things that I need to be done and she runs around and does them. But because she has a title, she feels involved and she feels engaged and she feels excited because she feels like she's supporting me because she is. And you know what? That builds my kids' self-confidence so much more than me being a drained, exhausted, depressed mom. And so I just want everybody to remember that. I just want you to remember that you have purposes, you have a purpose and, goals and things that have been put into your heart for a reason. And don't feel bad for 1 minute. Don't feel bad for 1 minute about trying to live into and grow and develop into who God needs you to be. Because I know that's an incredible person and that it's going to be an incredible example for your kids. I didn't understand that for a long time. For a long time when I was kind of getting in my head and working through my head stuff, I thought, but if I do anything other than be their mom, then I'm just, I'm not going to be there 100% of the time and I'm just going to fail them. And you know what? What's in the real world, they're not going to have somebody with them 100% of the time. They're going to have to learn, they're going to have to learn how to problem solve and make their own decisions and, even self-entertain some, right? Does somebody entertain me all day long? No, that's not real life. So again, all these things prepare your kids to go out into the world and to care for others, to see needs and fill them, to be self-sufficient, to grow, to chase a dream, to chase a goal, and it shows them the example too that it's okay, right? It's okay. They don't have to become a mom that just runs themselves into the ground. That scared me when I was younger. That scared me. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this mom thing because I don't know that I want to lose who I am to the point where I'm running myself into the ground all the time. And you don't have to do that. You don't have to choose. You can do everything that you need to do with God's help. So anyways, that's my little message for today. I hope everybody has a great day. I hope that helps somebody and I'll talk to you later. Bye.